What's up, everybody? Now, this video may come as no surprise. I'm sure a lot of you have seen on social media. Some of you this may be the first time you're hearing about this, but my business partner Marco was robbed at gunpoint last night in Los Angeles to the tune of about 1.1 million in watches. He was delivering these watches to a dealer that goes by the name of Stephen Tran, and they met at his store, and it was supposed to be a done deal, and then things kind of went south. The first thing I want to stress, and the most important thing, is that Marco is okay. He had a security guard with him. They are both okay. Nobody was hurt, and that is the most important thing. Like watches, the money, all of that is replaceable. A life is not. So, you know, we're very fortunate that nothing happened. We're very lucky that things didn't go worse. That losing that backpack was the only thing that happened. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing, to get straight into the business and what I want to let you guys know, is that 10 watches were stolen. A couple of these pieces are pretty rare and different pieces. So my hope that them popping up somewhere is going to happen. It's going to be very hard to move these pieces without them raising a flag. I mean, by the time you guys are seeing this video, these serial numbers, these watches have been shared across every dealer platform, the whole watch community. I mean, my phone, Marco's phone, have been blowing up the last 10 hours with people like throwing out leads and talking about this. And I mean, stuff's unfolding. It's 1000% this was a setup by this Stephen Tran guy. And I'm gonna go ahead and show his picture right now. So this picture is a picture Marco took last night as he was getting questioned, followed by this picture of this guy getting questioned by the police. Now, he goes by the name Stephen Tran. I don't know whether that's his real name or not. Turns out he doesn't actually work for this jewelry store where he met Marco. He just brokers deals out of it. But one funny thing about this deal was, after they left the jewelry store, he was insistent on Marco taking the watches with him to the bank so he could get paid. Then he insisted on them stopping at a restaurant to eat. 3 minutes or so before they left the restaurant, this kid excused himself to the restroom, comes back, they walk to the car, and 4 guys jump up. 4 guys with guns jump them. Likely coincidence. But what also sticks out is that this kid was wearing a full bust-down diamond date just during a robbery in which they didn't take it. He was also wearing chains. They didn't take any of his stuff, but somehow they knew to go directly to Marco and say, where are the watches? You know, luckily, Nick, our security guy that was with Marco, was quick enough to think and get a picture of the license plate. And according to what my conversation with Marco here just now is that within a few hours, they pulled this car over and they do have 1 guy in custody. So, you know, we can only hope that due to the type of crime this is in California, and the amount of time these guys are looking at, we can only hope that this becomes a snitching game and they start giving each other up and we recover all this inventory. You know, I do want to go over and give you guys an idea of which watches were stolen for those of you that may have not have seen it. To start off, the most rare one out there was the one I just acquired, was the yellow gold Daytona with a mother of pearl diamond dial and the orange sapphire bezel, nicknamed the Seiko. There was also a rose gold AP skeleton, a 41 millimeter. Now here's the thing. 1 second. If you guys are offered these watches, they're going to be in and around the LA area. The guys are going to want cash. They're probably going to be offering them to you at less than market value to move them, to keep them clean. They're not going to want a receipt. They're not going to want a bank wire, a cashier's check. They're just going to want cash, and they're going to want to move them quickly. Now, Marco did have the cards to these watches, so they may or may not try to sell them as naked watches. They may try to sell them with the cards. They may throw those cards away thinking that that's a way to trace it, because they're criminals. They're not smart. They're not bright. But anyway, the yellow gold Daytona, orange sapphire bezel, the AP skeleton, rose gold. There was an AP Pride of China, which is a 2-tone white dial, Royal Oak. There was a yellow gold green dial, John Mayer Daytona. There was an Oyster Flex Daytona, rose gold with the chocolate dial. There was a platinum Daytona with the baguette bezel and the ice blue dial. There was a rose gold Day-Date with the olive dial, the anniversary. There was a full yellow gold Sky Dweller with the black dial. There was a yellow gold Presidential with the like the waffle pattern. They call it the motif dial. And there were a couple other pieces that they're just not on this list. But again, guys, if in the next upcoming days you are offered any watches that fit these descriptions, please call the LA County Sheriff. Please call a big dealer, you know, someone. Call the police first, because they already have all the serial numbers and everything. And let's see if we can recover these. You know, we here are glad that Marco and his security guy are safe. And, you know, things, had this been Texas, it could have gone a completely different way. You know, if we don't recover any of this, then that it is what it is. That is the risk of this business. That is the risk we take doing the kind of things we do, being so prominent on social media, having such a presence out there, and just simply the fact that he was carrying that much inventory in his bag. It is a lesson on us, and it's a lesson well learned. You know, in this business, you learn that you get good at things, and then you get very comfortable, and you let your guard down, and then you get a wake-up call. Well, this, unfortunately, was a huge wake-up call. It was an expensive lesson, but we're going to be fine. We're going to thrive. The team's going to pull together. We're going to recoup this loss. If by some chance we cannot recoup it through this. Now, I just talked to Marco. He said that the cop was an absolute beast, and that they've been on top of this since it happened. So we're just, you know, cross your fingers, guys. If you could, please help us spread this word and spread it. I want to get these watches out there. If one of these guys tries to sell this watch and we get him caught, that can be a huge step in recovering this stuff. So I ask you guys, please share this video across social media, help us spread the word, and just cross your fingers. Hopefully everything unfolds itself. That's all I got. Okay, so what's this thing? Like, I'm getting caught up on the business group. Did these guys get pulled over?
Yeah, so last night, like 1 in the morning, they called me back to the police station for a lineup. I identified one of the guys, and they have him in custody. So looks like they made an arrest.
Nice.
So I don't know. I mean, they said typically when one of them gets arrested, they'll start talking.
Yeah.
Because he's looking at 20 years.
25. It's aggravated armed robbery.
Yeah, well.
And it's in California. Aggravated, you do 85% of your time.
Well, you better come up with those watches or he's stuck.
Yeah. I hope so. So the car that they were in when they robbed you is the one that got pulled over?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's good news.
Yeah.
All right, I've been this morning calling the consignees, letting them know that that 3 of them's pieces were in there. It's cool. It's cool. I've got 2 more people to call and let them know that just give us a few days and we'll get them paid out on their stuff. You all right?
No, dude. This shit's got me so sick right now.
Dude, it'll be fine. The better thing is that you're all right.
Yeah, true. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just, damn, I just can't believe this happened. I just really can't believe this shit happened like this.
You know what? It's a wake-up call. We get comfortable. We get good at something. Then you get comfortable, and then you get a wake-up call to stop being so comfortable.
Yeah, I know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's just traumatizing.
Yeah.
I mean, this shit could have ended so many ways.
Right. That's why I'm thinking, like, just the money. It's not that bad, not that big a deal.
I wish I could feel like that right now. It's just, I'm just shooken up, bro. I'm just, like, physically shooken. Like, it sucks. I'm gonna have to recover for a little bit, too. Like, I cannot get my nerves to stop.
Just stay at the hotel. You at a hotel?
Yeah, but I'm leaving this morning. I'm going back to Dallas.
You don't want to stay there and relax for a minute? Like,
hell no. I don't want to be anywhere near this city, bro. I want to get the out of here.
All right.
I want to go home and just relax in my home, dude. This is, yeah.
What time's your flight?
11 a.m. I'll be there at 4, but...
You have a car at the airport?
Yeah, like, my keys were stolen, so it's fine.
Oh, well, call me whenever text me your flight number, I'll come pick you up.
That's okay. I handled, Lauren, who lives in my building, she got in my apartment last night and got my spare keys, so she's gonna bring it to me.
Okay. All right, cool.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, let me know if you hear anything else. And
I'll tell you what, though, dude. This detective is one bad motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
He's, oh my god, he was awarded like best detective in all of like his county or the city. I don't know, dude. This guy's a G.
That's
like
awesome.
dude, this guy went out of the way, bro. This dude had 2 helicopters on these guys last night. Apparently.
No shit.
Bro, this dude called in like the squad.
Bro, I'm getting, yeah, dude, I'm getting so many messages from people. Like Matt's been reaching out to everybody. They're saying that there's tons of dealers that this Steve, apparently he's been trying to run this scam on multiple people, and they just, you know, like I said, you got comfortable and didn't recognize something. But he's saying that, dude, he's heard from his friends Steven's tried this before on multiple dealers, the same story.
I think somebody actually did get hit. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man, when the police took his phone, I've never seen his face turn like so white in my life, bro. That dude just.
Is he in custody?
No.
Really?
No. He didn't technically. They don't have a crime on him right now.
Okay, well, hopefully this guy that got arrested hopefully this guy that they arrested snitches, because he'll get conspiracy.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, his phone's going to the FBI this morning. Good. Supposedly.
Good.
So they'll be able to like track everything he called, track his movements. You know,
all they got to do is ping a text message or a phone call from his phone to a cell phone tower to another phone that was in that area on the same cell phone tower at the exact same time. They got him.
I have a feeling he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as soon as they all get kind of rounded up like this, I don't know, dude. They're gonna face serious time, and they're gonna have to do something because, you know, I'm sure like what the police want is they want to recover this watch just because it makes them look really good, and I'm sure they'll cut everybody a deal if they just come back with the watches.
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, they can knock it down to a Class C misdemeanor.
No, not armed robbery in California. It's still a felony. You're still getting.
Well,
I'm
sure what they'll want to do though is just at least they'll want to.
They're still going to get charged with the same price. They're just going to say, look, y'all are all getting charged with this, but whoever gives the other guys up, we're going to start your time at this, and we're going to put a recommendation in for the judge to give you a reduced sentence. You're still going to get charged with the same shit.
Well, whatever. Yeah. Same. Yeah, that's what.
But then that's just the police. The judge can still say, "F you guys. This is the problem with today. You're all getting the max."
Well, it's organized crime.
Yeah. So.
It's worse because it's organized crime.
Right. Yeah, I hope Steven never sees the light of day.
I want to know. I'm glad this didn't happen in Texas because this would have been a different situation.
Oh God. How's Nick, man? Your security guy? Is he?
He's shooken up too, bro. He's not. I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, he's okay, bro. That dude's smart as hell, though. Like, I think he did one thing that just like brought everything together, and that was take a picture of his plate. I mean, it's just like incredible to think like we get robbed, but they don't take his bust down 2-tone rose gold Datejust. That's like
or they knew to go straight to you and ask for the watches when you didn't post. Nobody knew y'all were gonna be there except us and him.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the security guy didn't know what you were doing. I just told him you need to pick Marco up and take him to this at this time. He'll tell you the address you need to go to. Like, he didn't even know what he was doing.
Exactly. I even asked him. I was like, did Anthony tell you what I was carrying or anything? He was like, no. I was like, okay, that's what I thought. And when I came into his car with a backpack, it's not like I told him, I got a bunch of watches in here. I didn't say anything. I just said, let's get to this address. Let's get this deal done. And then, yeah.
All right. Well, dude, get some rest. Call me if you hear anything else. If you need anything, let me know.
I'll be on top of this.
All right.
All right, what else is going on your end?
Keep your head up, dude. We'll get past it. Like, we're going to get all the stuff back, and worst case scenario, we don't. We'll make it up, whatever. It's an expensive-ass lesson, but we'll be fine.
Yeah, I know, dude. All right. I'll see you later. I'll be back in town tonight.
All right, later, dude.